Hello everybody, my name is Victor and welcome to another amazing edition of Driving with Victor, starring me, Victor. That's right, Victor, the best Victor, the handbrake not turning off Victor, and definitely the only Victor you should be listening to. And welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to an amazing edition of the half-hour Victor Show, part of Victor Week. I believe this is day 6, which means tomorrow is the last day of Victor Week, and I might actually talk about Fiora tomorrow. Hopefully I manage to get Badger on at some point, but it's almost looking like that's not going to happen. By the way, that camera will more than definitely fall over because it is my fucking phone. And I do not trust that to not fall over for a goddamn second. Now, welcome to my tank. Now, I don't always drive around in my tank, but today I'm driving around in my tank. It's a nice fucking tank, little Holden Astra. Thing is like huge. I don't know if you ever seen a Holden Astra. Holden Astras are fucking huge. Let me be honest for a second. Fucking assholes, always cars coming around corners and shit when I'm ready to go. Come on, move your ass! About fucking time. That would look familiar. Maybe I've seen it before. Pulse for comfort there. So welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the tank. This is my tank, the best tank, the real tank, and definitely the only tank you should be driving in. And before we get underway with the victory beans, I just want to say very quick that my beloved Uncle Maurice has passed away this morning, and that is very sad because Maurice was a very good friend of mine, and he will be deeply missed. I mean, this man is one of my heroes. He is one of the reasons I am so open and comfortable with myself, because you know he was my great uncle, really, my father's uncle, and he is just one of the best people I've ever known. He was so comfortable, so happy, and everything. I mean, you could talk to this man and you felt happy when you were talking to this man. You talk to this fucking man, you're like, wow, I fucking love this man, and you were having fun whenever you were goddamn around this man. Anywhere you were with this man, you were having fun. I have memories of when I was a child, not even 18 years old yet, and this man was trying to think of new ways to sneak me into the casino, like Crown Casino in middle of city, big fucking casino, full. It's a fucking serious place, you know. They don't fuck around here at Crown Casino, and he was trying to think of ways to sneak me in. His big idea was to give me a chip, like a poker chip, and just twirl it around in my fingers, you know, up here. Just fucking twirling the thing around in my fucking fingers. And that was his big fucking idea with this goddamn fucking sneaking me into the fucking cinema. He was just a fun man, one of the most fun men on the planet. Seriously, this camera thing is not gonna fucking work. And the more you think it's gonna work, it's not gonna fucking work. Especially right up here, there's a roundabout. I'm not gonna get through this fucking roundabout. So yeah, Maurice, absolute hero of mine. We went to get ice cream. This is the same day as when he was trying to sneak me into the casino. We went to get fucking ice cream, right? And we got the ice cream. Delicious fucking ice cream, by the way. Middle of the city, just at the Crown. Holy shit, that is some serious glare. Wow, thank God I have these sunglasses on. And we got this ice cream, and then he's trying to take me into this, and we just walk into the cinema, and he says, we need somewhere to sit down to eat this ice cream. And so he takes me, and we walk into the cinema, and we take a seat in the cinema to watch James Bond movie. One of the new ones with Daniel Craig. We just come sit down, and we're watching this fucking movie. And it's just like, and that's it. His justification was, we needed somewhere to sit down to eat our fucking ice cream, so we come and sit down in the cinema, watch a movie, and eat the ice cream. We didn't pay to get in, we just walked in. And that was really the day where I realized, you know, you do something with enough confidence, no one says shit. And so, you know, just, man was a fucking absolute hero, and I'm gonna miss him so much. He is a lot of the reason I am what I am today, this man. And he was such a good friend of mine, and I used to talk to him all the time. He comes into work every Wednesday, and I come into work Wednesdays as well, so I get to see him. Though I work in a different, although I work around the corner from him, I always come into that office in the mornings just to come and see Uncle Maurice, because he really... Did you ever know that you're my hero? The man really was my hero, and I'm gonna miss him every fucking day. I'm gonna miss him. I've had so many deaths in the family this year. It's absolutely crazy. It just does not end. You know, I have my family members, the Bradley family is really starting to become a rare breed. You know, everyone just seems to be dying, and it's really starting to take its toll over me. So, you know, I mean, especially this man. I mean, this man really meant something to me. He was something special, and he was one of my biggest inspirations. And while no person is perfect. I mean, this is one of the smartest men I ever knew, one of the funniest men, one of the most fun men I ever knew. And he had these problems just like anyone else, and that's not a bad thing. You know, he always had problems, you know, with women. He was always getting too caught up with women, and you know, he always, you know, has problems being loyal to women. But you know, it's not good to focus on what his problems were. I mean, that has nothing to do with me. You know, they're his problems. As long as his problems weren't affecting me, you know, it doesn't matter. You know, it's the things that were really good about him that really inspired me and make me, and I believe make me the person that I am, make me a better person. And so, you know, Uncle Maurice, he died. I don't know, like might not even have been 10 hours ago yet. You know, it's such a fresh death, and part of the reason why I'm wearing the sunglasses today is because I do not want you looking at my red eyes. I've been crying. I have been crying, and it is okay for men to cry, believe it or not. It is not a problem for men to show affection, and for men to be teary in the eyes. That's not a problem. You know, as men, we shouldn't feel ashamed by this shit. I'm not ashamed. It's just I don't want you looking at my red eyes. Plus, fucking this glare is fucking awful. But so I have to wear it so I don't, you know, crash my car. Though doing this fucking video thing, I'm probably gonna crash my car anyway. But that's really how it is. So this episode of the Half-Hour Viktor Show is dedicated to a man that was very special to me, to my inspiration. Probably the reason that I am Viktor and I have the confidence that I have today in being Viktor, and that is because of you, Uncle Maurice. Seeing as you haven't, because I used to tell him about the Viktor shows and what I do in the Viktor shows. Obviously, I don't do this driving thing. If I tell anyone I do this driving thing, they'll probably freak the fuck out. Like, you fucking drive and make videos at the same time? You're crazy, man! You're fucking crazy! I'm not crazy, okay? I'm doing a lot of driving, and I don't think I'll be able to get a Viktor show out at any other point today. So I figured I'll just do it while I'm driving. I like the driving videos. I actually used to really enjoy driving videos, and you know, this kind of helps me get through whatever it is I'm doing. It's also going to be a long one because I am going to see a friend for his birthday. Very good timing for him to have a birthday, you know. And that's really the problem. My cousin died not too long ago either, and that was such a tragic death. You know, he was too young. And that's the problem. Even my Uncle Maurice, you know, he was only into his 60s, and it's too young. My grandfather, early 70s, is too young. My grandmother lived in a little fucking bag of trash in the middle of the road. Okay, you know, my grandmother, you know, she was into her 80s, and you know, it's always going to be too young because you never want to see your family members die. But like, my grandmother was a little bit different because, you know, she was sick and she was really in pain, and you know, when she went, it wasn't a case of fuck, man. It wasn't like this one where, you know, it shouldn't have happened. We didn't want it to happen. My grandmother, it was almost a mercy thing where I just, you know, you don't want it to hurt anymore, and you think maybe if she died, maybe when she dies now, that's for the better, because she was in so much pain and she could never breathe, she couldn't work, and she couldn't walk, you know, and there was just issues. There was so many problems, and it depressed her so much, and she was becoming less and less of a happy person with herself. You know, I mean, some of the things she lived through, you know, some of the things she got to see, like with the family and everything. You know, she got to see one of her granddaughters get married. You know, she got to see one of her grandchildren have children of she got to see some of her grandchildren have children of their own. You know, she was really happy with a lot of the things she's seen. So when she died, you know, it didn't hit us quite as hard as, you know, my cousin or my great uncle have, because, you know, like, especially my cousin. He was so young. He was so young, didn't even reach 30 when it happened. It was very tragic. And my uncle in his 60s, and you know, because he really does mean so much to me. This has had quite the effect over me. But I didn't want to not do a Viktor show because I promised myself that I would do 7 days of Viktor shows. I promised myself that for myself. Not so much just for the whole, you know, 1 year anniversary, gonna do 7 Viktor shows in a row. No. It was more a promise to myself, just so I could, you know, reassure myself that yes, I can be motivated to do something on a daily basis, because I want to at some point be doing shit on a daily goddamn basis. And one day I want to make, and one day the next achievement's gonna be making 7 videos in a day for YouTube uploads. One's like this, the driving thing. And if you want the Viktor shows to move to more of a driving format, you know, where I drive once a week or whatever, then I'll do that too. I love, the thing I love about, like, because when I do the videos on, like, I've tried doing commentary videos a few times, but I want to get a second monitor because I want to be able to see myself while I'm recording the videos. Because if I can see myself while I'm recording the videos, I can make the video itself more interesting, because I can be more interesting if I'm looking at myself and I can see what I'm doing. So, you know, that's what I want to do. You know, I want to be motivated enough to do this stuff. And I used to tell my uncle about the Viktor show, and he thought it was just some of the dumbest shit ever. Like, you know, like, he thought it was funny, but he's like, wow, you actually do that stuff. And in a way, he found it impressive that I did all this shit. And God, what can I say? He really, you know, it really is quite shit, because he was so healthy and he was active and he looked after himself, and you know, he was really finding quite a lot of happiness in his life very recently. You know, things that were important to him. You know, and I told him all the time, you know, Maurice, you are such a good friend to me. I said, Maurice, I used to let him know all the time that, you know, he was so very important to me, and I really do love him like the uncle that he is to me, like it should be, you know. And my father, it hurt my father as well, and you know, it's not good that such an influential man over us had to go. And it really has hit me hard. But I used to tell him about the Viktor show, and he thought it was just some of the dumbest shit ever. But what can I say? You know, us Russian folk, you know, we don't really praise each other. But you know, now that he's gone, because I used to tell him all the time, you know, Maurice, when I saw him, he would say, Mr. Viktor, and I'd say, Mr. Maurice, my friend, or I'd say, Maurice, my friend, it is good to see you. It's very good to see you. And he'd say, Viktor, always good to see you, my friend. And so, you know, we knew, I feel like, you know, we had to know what we meant to each other, what he meant to me. I hope he knows what he meant to me. You know, you always wonder, you know, was it enough? You know, with my cousin, I didn't have a great relationship with my cousin, which I deeply regret, because I'll never have the opportunity to have that kind of relationship with him. And you know, family is important. For a long time I had this opinion that, you know, the whole family values thing isn't a thing, you know. Like I used to say all the time, you know, no special treatment for anyone, not even family. That's not the thing, you know. Family needs to make that effort. And for my cousin, I think, I mean, my opinions on this changed quite a lot, especially because of my brother. Mostly, my brother, family is very important to him, and so he kind of turned my opinion around. That, you know, family is important, and I should make the effort for my family. And I never had the opportunity to make the effort for my cousin, and I deeply regret it, because when I realized the relationship he had with my brothers and the majority of my family, and the effect my cousin had on me, you know, when he went and people were telling stories, you know, I felt left out. I felt like I wasn't really a part of his life the way I should have been. And so that is what hit me. Not so much that my cousin had died, but because I didn't have the opportunity to be a part of my cousin's life. I didn't expose myself to this man and really, give him the opportunity to have an effect over me. So I regret that deeply, and I miss my cousin, because I wanna spend time with my cousin, and I want to talk to my cousin and build a relationship with my cousin, and be very good friends with this person. I want to say I was almost embarrassed, or I felt awful, because we do this thing in my family where we carry the coffin over our shoulders. When we take the coffin out of the church, we carry it on our shoulders. And we did that for my cousin, but my brothers did that. I didn't have the opportunity to do that, and it really upset me. My father, my uncle, not the one who passed away, but my father's brother, and my brothers and friends of my cousin got to carry him out, but I didn't get to carry him out, and I would have really loved to actually have the opportunity to carry out my cousin out of the church. I think that really would have been, it's something I really wanted to do, and I felt like I should have been the one to do that, but I don't know how to explain this, but it did not feel good that I didn't have that kind of relationship with my cousin, not one like what I had with my uncle who just died today. It makes me think, I should have done better by my cousin. I should have spent more time with my cousin. I should have had my cousin. I didn't even have my cousin's phone number. There's still a lot of people in my family whose numbers I don't have, and I think that's not right. I should have my cousin's phone number, and I should call up my cousin and say, hey cousin, you want to go bowling? Fuck you. I know that is what you were fucking thinking. No. Yeah, Nico, you want to go bowling? I feel like I should have been that person, and I wasn't. He didn't have my number, I didn't have his number, and that's kind of on me, because I didn't see him enough, and I never really made the effort to reach out. But when we did see each other, it was always on good terms. It was always on friendly terms, and we always got along. And I had negative opinions about my family for a long time, and that is all starting to change. It's all starting to change, and when I was exposing myself to these people more and more, I realized that they are not bad people, and they are people I should have in my life. But I need to make that effort. That is an effort that I need to make for my family and for myself. For myself, it is important, because it is only healthy for someone to have good relationship with his family, is it not? And but everyone needs to make that effort, and I feel like maybe it is on me, and maybe I should be making more of an effort to show my family that I do want to have a connection with these people, and I do want to build a relationship with these people, and I do want to have the ability to call these people if I need a certain person's help, or I need advice from a particular person, or I just feel like fucking talking to someone. You don't have to talk to people just because you need something. I can talk to someone just because I want to talk to them. And that's important. So I'm trying to make the effort for my family every day. Always trying to make the effort. And so I do deeply regret not having that relationship with my cousin. My grandmother, like I said, for my grandmother, it was very much, I didn't want her to be in pain anymore. But you know what? When I think about it, it is still sad, because she didn't want to go. And, every birthday, all she would say was, I want one more year. Every birthday, she made one wish, and she always told us the wish that she wants one more year. That's all she ever wanted, was another year. And every time she would say, I want another year. And just days before she died, she said, I just want to make it to Christmas. And she kept fighting it. She was in hospital bed, dying in the hospital bed, and she kept coming back. We'd have a day where she'd get really fucking bad, like really, really fucking bad, and we think, all right, this is is it. And the doctors would call us all in, and we'd all come and we'd sit by the bed, and she'd recover and she'd get better. And she'd start feeling better. I mean, she couldn't really talk to us then. She just didn't have it in her. But you know what? She'd start looking up, and she lived through that night. And it happened 3 times. 3 times we were called in because this was it. 3 times. And all 3 times she made it out. The 4th time, well, the 3rd time we come in overnight. You know, it wasn't until the next morning she finally passed. She really fought. So it is sad that my grandmother passed away because she didn't want to go, but she was clearly in pain. And now that she is gone, I think, you know, it's good that she's not in pain anymore. You know, and that's really what's important. Okay, so I'm just about at my destination now. It's a 20-minute video. Driving with Viktor. It's 20-minute video. So I'm just gonna make this. Just a couple more turns, you know, this one and this one. I'm seeing my friend for his birthday. So I thank you all very much for listening. You know, it is good for Viktor to just put his words somewhere. You know, that is really all I want to do. See my new hat? I got a cool new hat. This come in. I actually recorded the last Viktor show, proper Viktor show, like YouTube and whatever Viktor show. I actually just finished recording that. I did that yesterday in this hat, so that's pretty good. But anyway, ladies and gentlemen, I am at my destination, and I thank you very much for watching with the whole shaky cam bullshit. Maybe I can work out the proper system to actually do that, but I hope you enjoyed it. It's a little bit shorter than a normal Viktor show, but I don't have any places that are really 30-minute worth trips, and you know, I'm not gonna. I mean, I like that. I'd be happy to do that. Maybe if I don't crash my fucking car. So it made me feel much better, and I hope you have a good day. And please give me all of your money as per usual to keep making Viktor shows and pay for petrol so I can keep doing driving with Viktor shows. But there you go. I'm gonna go now. Okay. Bye.